During these last, 2 years, I have played a lot of indie games. And what is an indie game, you may ask? Well, I will show you. So, indie game is a video game, but if it's made by 1 to 10 people. And just to prevent this video being super duper long, I will start ranking those games now. Starting off, we have FNAF 1. Come on, is there anywhere else I can put this? Peak! Next up, FNAF 2. I actually really like this one, but the only thing keeping it from going to peak is the puppet. And I don't mean to say that Puppet is a bad character. He's just so annoying to deal with. So this is going in very good tier. Next we have FNAF 3. Wait, I would have put the game in mid, but the minigames kind of save it. So this is going in very good tier. Next we have FNAF 4. Come to think of it, there are pretty many FNAF games. This game is very... Let me check real quick. Fairly rated. Next up is FNAF 5. Sister location. Why are there so many FNAF games? This game is going in a very good tier. And finally we got FNAF 6. Oh, and by the way, I won't be ranking any spin-off games. But FNAF 6 is peak. And that's all the FNAF games from Scott's era. Moving on, we have Undertale. There is quite literally nowhere else this game could go. Peak! I don't literally think I could praise this game enough. The message this game brings and just everything about this game is just so good. But because we still have a long way to go, we need to continue on. But just to remind you, Undertale is my favorite game of all time. So next we have Deltarune. I love how Undertale gives you a choice. You can either choose to be a pacifist, or you can of course choose to be a homicidal maniac. But in Deltarune, on the other hand, your choices don't matter at all. But still, it easily makes its way up to peak. So that's where it will stay. Next up, we have Bendy and the Ink Machine. So this game won't be going to peak for very personal reasons. So in this game, the save system works kind of like this. Let's imagine that you are now, searching for stuff. Well, when you have done searching the stuff, you will enter the next mission. But the game won't save the current mission you're currently on. So, this is what happened to me. So, I needed to pull this lever to open this massive door. And after that, I needed to go through 2 doors. And at the end of those 2 doors was another lever, what I needed to pull. But between those 2 doors was a save point. So I saved and, stopped playing the game. But when I got back, I was stuck. And when I checked my missions, the game said that I didn't even open the doors. And I was still in the room. So what basically happened is just stupid. So it will be going in very good tier. Next up is Bendy and the Dark Revival. It's basically Bendy and the Ink Machine, but much, much, much more better. It's easily peak. Next up is Poppy Playtime Chapter 1. Dude, this game is so overrated. This is the first mid. Next up, Chapter 2. Better than the first one for sure, but still, it is kind of mid. So I will put it in mid. And Chapter 3. This is actually pretty good. It will go to very good tier. Next up is Indigo Park. It somehow, with only one chapter, manages to make it to peak. And holy moly, this video is long. So I'm gonna end this video right here. And this is just touching the tip of the iceberg.